And in that time, have we had any great victories to cheer about? Oh, but here I am. I tell you, I got good news about the war, and you answer me with, oh, well, then I suppose that's nice. Looky here, friends. I said I've got good news about the war! Up in the independent and sovereign state of New York! Well, there are allies you want to cheer for them. At a place called Saratoga, we have heard news of a victory to the tune of 5,000 British redcoats and German mercenaries taken by our boys! I'll tell you what, we Virginians, we love to fight, don't we? We'll go a long way for a fight, won't we? And once we're there, we'll be more than happy to slap around a British soldier, won't we? Dan Morgan and the Virginia Rifles, they played their part in this fight, taking out the artillery so that the infantry could advance. So I think we ought to give them a proper cheer. But friends, we're going to crow last for somebody. It ain't going to be a Virginian. I know, I'll give you a minute. Friends, it ain't even going to be a Southerner. It's going to be a New England man. A son of Connecticut even. But friends, without this gentleman officer, there would have been no victory at Saratoga. So I think we ought to give proper cheers to the hero of Saratoga, General Benedict Arnold! What on earth was that? Look at here, friends, I understand, I know. We all know about those New Englanders, huh? We know that they're greedy, money-grubbing, evil people, right? But friends, listen here. Benedict Arnold, he's not like those other New England men. He's not motivated only by lust of money and personal gain. Friends, as a matter of fact, I would say that he has the character that we should hope to see from every New England man. So friends, that in mind, let's do it right. I'm going to give 3 proper cheers for the hero of Saratoga, General Benedict Arnold. Hip, hip! And may he bring us many more victories. But friends, you got to look at this in the bigger picture of things. Ever since the fighting started, huh? What have we been doing over in Europe? You know, huh? We've been courting them foreign princes, ain't we? King Louis in France, or Carlos in Spain, huh? Or the Dutch. They're saying, hey, if you help us fight this war, push the British off of our shores and let us gain our independence, all of North America is going to be opened up for trade. But what have they been saying to us, huh? Well, I don't know. We don't want to get involved in a war unless we think that we can win. Friends, they've been waiting for a great victory. Well, ain't we just showed them a victory? What, friends, if King Louis himself wants to come over here to America and take up a musket and push the scourge that is the British off of our shores, I'm going to tell him, bienvenue! It means welcome. No, look here, people. I know how you feel about the French, huh? As a matter of fact, it wasn't but 20 years ago, not even that we were standing shoulder to shoulder with British soldiers fighting the French out of our back country, weren't we? Let me ask you a question, friends. Ain't a lot changed in 20 years? Do you people count yourself as British any longer? And do the enemies of the British need be our enemies? No! No! Well, you are not going to make this easy on me, are you? Look at here, friends. You cannot let your hatred for the French or for the New Englanders stand in the way of your love for your liberty. So if King Louis wants to come over here and take up a musket and help us win this fight, I'm going to tell him, bienvenue. What are you going to tell him? What are you going to tell him? Repeat after me. Success to American arms! Success to American arms! Woo! I think I need a drink after that one.
I've been looking for her everywhere. I have news to tell her, news that I wasn't very pleased to hear myself. Aunt Maggie.
Holly.
Oh, goodness me, there you are. I've been
you
looking
are.
everywhere for you.
Where's the linen?
That's why I was trying to find you. Mr. Slate said since the public storehouse has moved to Richmond with everything else, he can't get any more supplies, and no more supplies means there's to be no more living.
What are we going to do, Polly? We need that money.
Well, perhaps we should go to Richmond. The Slates are going. I'm going.
You're what?
What is? Just like I said, there's little work here now as it is, and there will be even less by the time this war is over.
Oh, yes, you'll find plenty more in Richmond. Now, the Brits took Charleston last May. They've been making their way northward through the Carolinas, with our men captured and on prison ships in Charleston Harbor. There is nothing standing between them and Richmond. Not another one. Move along. Be on your way. We have nothing for you.
Please, I ask only a moment of your time.
We have no food for you. What little we have, we need for our own families. Go up to the church. I'm certain they have something for you.
I ask not for charity. I come to you as a familiar face in the hope that as you are a Christian, you might give me work.
I know not your face, and there is not enough work as it is.
Do you not know me?
No, and it wouldn't matter if I did.
I am Barbary Hoy. You know my husband, Alexander Hoy, the carpenter.
Good Lord, Barbara. Barbara, that is you. Heavens, woman, where have you been?
Charleston. I was there at the siege.
Your husband, he's not...
I don't know. He may be a prisoner on one of them ships they have there in the harbor. I found this. They said there's a roll of prisoners' names.
All right, it's from the prison ship Forbay. This letter speaks for itself. We beg leave to observe that if all or any of us be made victims, we only regret that our blood cannot be of more use to the glorious cause to which we pledge our lives. It says a separate roll attends the letter. Just
find my husband.
Right, just a minute. I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Hoy. Your husband, he's not on this list. Perhaps it's better that he isn't. You survived those prison ships.
What of your daughters? Are they on your farm with your Negro?
We lost the farm after they stopped paying a pension to soldiers' wives last year. I had to sell old Henry. He didn't want to, but I couldn't afford to feed him no more. And then I had to send my girls off to find work. Mary first and then Lizzie. And after they were gone, all that was left for me to do was to follow the army. That way, at least, I'd be close to Alex. I soon learned that no one cares a whit about camp followers. We live very poor, and we scrounge for food with little or no protection from the weather. I earned some rations doing laundry and cooking for some of the officers, tending to the sick and injured. So many fell sick.
Praise God, you were delivered, both from the illness and from the siege.
Siege. When Charleston fell, our men was taken up by the enemy and the British turned us women out to fend for ourselves. I walked alone for miles and miles where the road was lined with the dead and dying. And there weren't nothing I could do for them. So I just walked on by. I tried to find honest work, didn't want to take charity. Most folks have barely enough for themselves. And others was wary, thinking I was a thief or a spy. All along I was hoping and praying for news of my husband, thinking of him maybe being a prisoner on one of them foul ships.
You mustn't worry yourself about them ships.
Don't worry myself. Those prison ships are death traps. Why, one ship there in Charleston Harbor, they threw no less than 12 dead men a day into the water. And maybe one of them was my husband. I don't know.
You can't think like that. No, Mrs. Hoy, everything is going to be all right.
How can it be all right? I have no home, no family, no work.
Mrs. Hoy, perhaps we can help you tonight. Just for tonight, you understand. There's so many in the town who are in your circumstance. But I think for tonight we can make room.
Bless you.
I wish I could do more.
More? What more could I ask? I know where I'll lay my head tonight. And I pray God will protect my Alex.
He will. I'll take her home tomorrow. Come on, Mrs. Ware. Watch your steps. Great. Heaven help us, there's British soldiers coming this way!
Come on this way, y'all! Look here!
Soldiers! Yes, I did not go to the capital in terms of occupation.